Hey guys, a new video for Path of Exile. So this video I thought we'd do a sort of like walkthrough of one of the later waves in the Simulacrum on the Doriani's prototype armor stacker. So until you do have, like quite a lot of damage to where you can kind of just stand still and just mow things down, you do have to play, a certain way to avoid being killed and to maximize your rewards. So we're going to go over how I'm doing it, and maybe this will help you out. For me, it's been working out pretty good. I mean, I've been doing Simulacrum even on as low as like 3 or 4 million DPS and POB, and like 3,000 energy shield, and really like bare bone stats, and managed to pull it off all the way up to wave 30, because of, I think, yeah, the way I am playing is actually playing a big part in that. So we'll go over that. And basically what we're going to be doing is we are going to be playing around the Vol Smite. We're going to be using Vol Smite to basically just shotgun a bunch of enemies at the later waves and help us get a lot of clear. We're also going to be using Berserk. I have it over here, my back bar. And basically we have, let's just see, we have we have about 4 cooldowns. We have the Vol Smite, we have our Molten Shell, which we're going to be using as sort of what do you call it, defensive tool while our Berserk and Vol Smites are on cooldown, right? And then we have our Vol Haste, which I generally just save for bosses, or in the rare case when you do have a bunch of the debuff that slows your action speed. Basically, one of the only ways to get out of that is to increase your action speed by quite a bit. So Berserk and Vol Haste, and you'll be able to attack at a reasonable speed. But yeah, so kind of saving this for emergencies. And then we have the Berserk, which we'll be using pretty much off cooldown or whenever we have Rage to use it. So basically what I do is I like to start out with Molten Shell. Reason is we don't have our Fortify when we start the next wave. So, in rare cases when you don't have Fortify, something might do a lot of damage to you. So I like to start off with Molten Shell, and then we'll go right away into Berserk and our first Vol Smite, and then we'll kite around a little bit with the Flame Dash, and to just, wait for a little bit for the soul game prevention, this kind of stuff, and then we'll sort of kill as many monsters as we can while we have the Vol Smite buff, because the Vol Smite buff, you can see it does give you quite a lot more flat lightning damage than the normal Smite does. So while we have this buff, we'll be doing a bit more damage. So with this and Berserk, we can clear a bit of the monsters. And whenever there's a big group of mobs, we'll just use our Vol Smite again. And then I guess, yeah, whenever our Vol Smites or Berserk is on cooldown, we'll be using our Molten Shell to sort of, help us to survive while we wait for those cooldowns. Okay, so let's get into this wave. So this does have a crit mod, which is pretty scary right now because I don't have any crit damage reduction. So we might die. But anyways, let's just go for it. So I like to stand over here, sort of this one. So we'll start out with the Molten Shell, and things are actually looking pretty good. So let's use our Berserk into our first Smite. Got quite a few kills. And there's the hands on the ground, so we'll move out of those. Alright, so let's just wait for them to spawn in. And then let's just do another Vol Smite. Okay, it's pretty good. And now use our Molten Shell and try to stay out of these hands. I can't get out of them, but yeah. Okay, so we have our Vol Smite, Berserk again. Let's clear out the mobs. And I think that was the whole wave. So I'm not really getting that many reward bars on this character because, our damage is pretty bad. But whenever you get a boss spawn on these waves, you'll get like 5, maybe 6, sometimes, yeah, probably realistically like 5. But I think until you get, I guess, better gear and more damage, that's kind of something you have to deal with. Oh yeah, one thing in this area here, it is kind of dangerous because the mobs can spawn in, right? And one of the mobs that spawns might be a mana siphoner. So what I like to do is, whenever there's this kind of areas here, you just kind of run up and I just teleport right in the middle because that's usually where they spawn. So, all right, pretty nice. So let's take the loot and let's try it one more time. Okay, and this one also has crit. Okay, kind of unlucky, but let's see. Other than that, looks pretty safe. All right, so let's start off with the Molten Shell. I don't know why I'm even bothering with the totem, but yeah, let's go for the first Berserk and the Vol Smite. Then we got those hands on the ground again. I'm going to use Molten Shell again. And let's just wait for the next wave to come in. Okay, this is our Smite. Oh, we got to kill the guy in the bubble. Okay, so we have our Berserk back soon, I think. And we didn't get any bosses. It's kind of sad. Or maybe on the top there's a boss. But yeah, barely getting any reward tiles on this. I don't know. Right now I am averaging about 4 or 5, so I'm not really, it doesn't really bother me that much because right now I am mainly just like trying to get the bosses to spawn. Or I guess you can't really do much about that, but you know, basically just hunting the boss drops kind of. All right, let's just do another one. I guess that was pretty fast. Okay, so this doesn't have crit. Maybe we'll actually even level up. So start with Molten Shell, and then we'll do our Vol Smite, and then maybe just do another one because we didn't really kill a lot. Okay, it's kind of bad. We got to move. So now we do have that debuff, like I mentioned, that slows our action speed. So we're just going to increase the action speed and then use our Vol Smite. Okay, this is not really looking good. Hopefully we can get off a Vol Smite and kill everything. Yeah, okay, that I think did the trick. Now we got the two bosses in a pretty bad area. Kind of want to go up here. So you can kind of manipulate where the bosses are. Like here I know he's going to do his little beam puddle thing. So I'm going to keep the boss stand here so he does it in this area next time. I'm just waiting because I'm not really sure. Yeah, here. So when he does this attack, it basically just means you get full flask charges. So that's usually when I burst. Yeah, so he did the beam in kind of a weird spot. All right. This one might take a little bit of time. For Kosis or Omniphobia, the main thing you want to kind of avoid is his like spit thing he does, because that slows you down. Let's go up here a bit, actually, yeah. And kill these guys off. Okay. Okay, this is not really looking good. We gotta do some damage here, I think. Oh, we don't even have our Grace Art. I don't know why. It's kind of a bug. Like I'm pushing it, and then sometimes it like doesn't go off. That was kind of sad. But maybe we kill off Omniphobia, and then what you can do is, if the arena gets really messy like this, you can try to make him trigger his, I don't know why we're not doing damage for some reason. Okay, there we go. You can trigger his jump thing. So if you can trigger his jump attack, it's going to clear all the puddles, but you do have to be careful because that can actually one-shot you. So let's see if we can actually try to get him to do it. He didn't do it, but I guess we can kind of find him over here. Okay. But this could be bad, actually. Let's try to make him do the, shit. Okay. Actually, that, yeah, that didn't really work out too well. All right, so let's go back in. I think, so basically when you're kind of far away from him, sometimes he does that jump attack. If you're like always up close next to him, he's never going to do it. But if you're kind of far away, then he does it. And maybe we can try to bait him in with like a totem. So what you can do is you can put your totem. Yeah, there we go. And we'll Molten Shell this. Yeah. So now if you see, oh shit. Oh man, my XP. The XPs. But you can see all of the puddles basically are all gone. So now we have a clean arena we can fight him in. And yeah, I only have one portal left. Well, all right. Oh crap. Okay, well, I guess you kind of get the idea, but yeah, sometimes that does happen. Kind of unlucky. But anyways, so that'll be it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hope you have better luck killing Kosis and that kind of stuff than I did. All right.